Our topic is really narrow. It's about synthetic biology, this new techno-scientific development that most people have not heard about. Our topic is also really broad because it's about concepts, values, politics, everything.
Well, thank you very much. I thought we'd start the evening with a very simple question. I mean, so simple that it's, on the border with stupid. Which one of these two objects is alive? Right? Everybody here can answer that question. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be the director of the Max Planck. It's very obvious that the chick, or the baby chicken, is alive. Now, if I were to ask you, how did you come to that conclusion? What criteria did you use? You may give a variety of answers, but I would say one common answer that people give is that a chick can reproduce. It's able to have children, to put it in another way. And that's a fantastic answer, actually, because without reproduction, there is not evolution, and without evolution, we don't have all of the varied, wonderful life that we have today on Earth. So in many ways, it's an absolutely excellent definition. And so we could use that to evaluate a variety of things in the world and decide if they are alive or not. But not surprisingly, you run into a few problems if you do that.
It's a pleasure to be with you tonight. Hello, my name is Rebbe Wünschers from the Applied University of Mittweida, and I will bring in some of the applied aspects of synthetic biology. And since I was young, when I was young, I was fascinated by those electric secrets to build, for example, a radio or something like that. So you had like building blocks, resistors, or things like that, and then you can build something that functions. And I put that a little bit further, and this is the Berlin Uhr, which you might know from Berlin. This kind here, this one is actually in Oldenburg. I saw that there for the first time, and it's a watch which shows the hours like in, these are 5-hour blocks, 1-hour blocks, 5-minute blocks, and 1-minute blocks. And I thought, well, why not try to construct that with an electronic secret, and a circuit, sorry. And I didn't quite succeed. So it was always wrong by 1 minute every hour. I couldn't solve that. The original watch, of course, is staying here in Berlin on the Kudamm, and now in the Europa Center since 1995.
No slides, just talk. Shifting gears a little bit, and from science to the social science. And what do social scientists have to do with synthetic biology? Well, scientists interrogate nature, and social scientists interrogate scientists and everything around it, because science and scientists do a lot of fascinating things, and a lot of things that can be very applicable to various spheres in society, but there are different implications, there are different consequences, there are different issues that I would argue go beyond science. They do not just belong to the scientific domain, they belong to the larger society.
Well, good evening to everybody. Nice to be here. My perspective as a policy advisor for the German Parliament on synthetic biology tends to be a bit boring, I fear, due to my professional task. Our client, the Bundestag, wants us to deliver usually very well-balanced analysis of scientific and technological developments, taking into account different views and perspectives of the natural, the social sciences, from industry, regulatory authorities, civil societies, and so on. So when we look at the prospects, the possible risk and opportunities of emerging technologies, in most cases, we end up with the overall assessment that neither the risks nor the opportunities can be anticipated in a reliable way at an early stage of development. And this is the case for synthetic biology. I would say no matter which of the many definitions, I think you talked during this week, for synbio you use.
So we each had the great privilege this week of meeting across several disciplinary boundaries at the summer school that was mentioned happened in Berlin. We met from philosophy, sociology, even animal welfare, science communication, of course, synthetic biology, many different fields to discuss what we believe the societal implications of this very interesting and uncertain field might be. So, what did we find?